Hey, hi, hi, friends. If anyone's even gonna come in, I'm not only did I start this, put it up in my thumbnail that I was gonna be a half an hour late starting, but then I'm a half an hour late on top of that because the doctor walked into my father's room. Y'all don't know me. For anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Lucinda. This is my channel. On Fridays, I do casual show and tell, vintage jewelry, and a couple cool household items, maybe. I'm also a full-time caregiver for my father for the last 2.5 years. He was hospitalized Monday night, Labor Day, and he's still in the hospital. So I went with my daughter and we visited with him. And right as I was about to leave to get here by 4:30, his doctor walked in. So that became a whole thing, long conversation. And then there was, of course, all the Friday traffic getting across two towns. So I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm very sorry. I usually run 5 or 10 minutes late, but not a half an hour. So if anyone shows up, I'm grateful. Ooh, it's been a very emotional, exhausting week. So I'm hoping to just breathe, be with y'all, and, maybe spend an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if a lot of people want to come in. We'll see what happens, okay? And that's StreamYard. I always do everything backwards. So, I bill through PayPal. So if you were to win an item today by putting in the highest bid, I would bill you through PayPal. You can check out as a guest on PayPal. And I would need, if I don't already have it, your real name, your YouTube name, your address with zip code, and your PayPal email address, emailed to the address on the screen. I would need that by the end of this live so that I know you're legit. Hey, Pat Robinson. Yeah, I know. Family first. Today was just tough. It was tough. And the doctor, she was supposed to call me, and then she walked in right at shift change at the last minute. And I was like, I got 5 minutes, and it turned into 20 minutes. Then it's shift change, so the parking lot is packed with everyone coming out. Oh, Lord. But I'm here. So then I ship Pat through Pirate Ship, which saves you about a third on either UPS or USPS, whichever one is cheaper on shipping. I do build a box. So that way you can come. I usually do Wednesdays and Fridays live sales. And that way you can come back and build a box. And it saves you a lot on shipping because a small jewelry item weighs nothing. And so you would pay as much to ship the one item as perhaps 3. So, it also saves me time on invoicing, packing, all that good stuff. Everyone, with the exception of one person who, to my knowledge, hasn't paid yet, has been shipped out from the last 2 weeks and is in the mail and should get their package soon. So, how are you, Pat? Jason. Hi, Jason. Just seeing your name made me take a nice, deep breath. I debated just canceling the live and not coming on at all. I'm so late and just discombobulated. Jason, But then I was like, well, if I show up, maybe other people will show up and maybe I'll feel better hanging out with my friends. Oh, Jason, have a lovely dinner. Have a lovely dinner. You deserve it. You deserve it. Okay. So thank you for your support, sweetheart. Say hi to Jeremy. I got your box, by the way. I got your box. No, I'm not, Jason. I know I'm not. Sometimes I just want to sit and have a good cry, but right now is not the good time. I'll get there. I'll get there. So I think I've got all the pertinent information out there. And the best thing for me to do is have a little bit of this wonderful juice, pure juice drink, and to start showing you some items. How's that sound? Oh, love you, Jason. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so late. All right. So the first item, and I'm my mod, so bear with me because that takes a little longer. And since so many people have been coming to my show and tells for a while, I'm not going to do as big of a dive. And today was planned to be a little shorter than usual anyways, because I'm tired, man. But since I'm my mod, I'm going to be writing down, I'm going to be putting in the starting bid. So just bear with me. That process will take a little longer, but I'm going to go through the items a little quicker, and I have less than I sometimes do. Earthbound, how are you, honey? Thank you for coming. So my first item today that I'm going to show is not jewelry. It's something else that I picked up at an estate sale, and I think it's really cool. We'll see what y'all think. Starting bid of $35. I just brought it over here. So I went to this estate sale that was around the corner from my father's house, and I only saw two. This was, I think, the third day of the estate sale. So I think I was lucky to see two. And the one I left behind thinking, oh, this is no good, I think was actually the more valuable one. But that's okay. I think this one is absolutely stunning. So it is a paperweight. It is called their Tango line. I'll show that to you in a minute. It is really fun. I'll put a piece of paper behind it in a minute so it's not totally blowing out. Look at the top. I'm afraid I'm going to drop this on my laptop doing this one-handed. So let me show you this way so you can kind of see how the green comes up and swirls, and the controlled little, I like to call them space bubbles. And then at the bottom is like tango, maybe like tangerine. I don't know. The green pulls up from there. Each one has a bubble. And this was made, it's vintage. It was made by Caithness, Caithness, Tango line in Scotland. Okay, these people traveled. It was very obvious to me. And it is signed down here, but I can't make it out. I'll show you. It's something like Eli 5714 or E11574. I really don't know. I mean, could it be a date of 11/5, but it's not from 24. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know that part. Let me see if I can show you that. It's a beautiful paperweight. Hold on. Oh, let's show you this first. Hold on. It was there a minute ago. There you go. It's still sideways, but Caithness, Tango, Scotland. And then you see right there where the light is, there is engraved on it those markings. I've looked this up online. It's about this big. I've looked this up online, and the price I'm asking is very reasonable, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Many of these are the one I left behind. I think it's very collectible. But anyone who loves paperweights, check this one out. Okay, that's my first item. Wanted to start out with, a household item I have, and I'm going to put in one more. Goes with jewelry, and it's not super expensive. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for looking. 18. These are cool. Now, of course, the only issue is that they're small because everyone, I guess, was just so small. Good, Pat. I'm glad you're doing well. And I really needed Jason's words. And it's nice of you to pop in, Earthbound. Now, they were in this bag. Oh, so sorry. It's like Van Royalty, Roalte, because you love nice things. One size fits all, washable. Now, I'm not positive that that's this exact brand because there seem to be several pairs of these lovely vintage gloves. So it could have just been the bag they stored them in. However, there's a few clues here where that might actually be correct. So they're these really lovely, but they're small. They just fit on my hands with the button. They are not discolored in any way. These are pure kid skin gloves. These are very fine quality. I'll show you the stitching. This one's been stored for quite a while. Let me show you the stitching. You see that? These are really well made. Now inside, let me just turn it like this so you can see. It says KISIAV Kid. Made in France, I believe is what it says. Let me show you. I'll show you the other one as well. So these are washable. They are kid skin, and they have no holes, no cracks, no discoloration, nothing. I was just in awe. They're size 6.5, size 6.5. And yes, here it is. Made in France, size 6.5, made in France. And just look at the stitching. So if anyone collects dress gloves, or, you display these like this on your vanity with your vintage jewelry, with a beautiful vase that's holding your necklaces flowing down, right? These are wonderful to make a display. So think about those as well. Think about those as well, y'all. I appreciate it. Let me put them down here. Anyone doing anything lovely this weekend? I was going home, but I'm not quite sure when that's going to happen. Hopefully this weekend. We will see. And then next weekend is the Apple Fair and Rodeo. It's Mendocino County's yearly fair. This is the 100th anniversary. So I'm looking forward to that. So I have a bunch of different things that, I'm just showing, and I'm just, I'm not going to take a long time. I'm going to run through it. And like I say, either people are here and, are interested tonight, or they're not. I'm coming on so late. So, it's okay. This will be a starting bid of 18 as well. It is Monet gold tone necklace. It says copyright Monet. I didn't research this. So but I'm pretty sure it is one of their more, 1970s, 1960s line. It has the hinged clasp, and it is simple gold tone. Wow. Okay, here's the light completely washing it out. Let's put it on black because it's bright, shiny gold. It is a double link. It is like a choker collar. It is bright gold color. The light is really making it look faded, but it is, ooh, I wish I had another something gold to compare it to. Maybe it's coming across on YouTube as actually bold gold, because it's certainly not showing up here like that. I wish it was. This is a good price for a Monet necklace, even if it's more 1970s, which I believe it is based on this beautiful double-linked chain. And it is bright gold. It is not this dull color. The value will go up with this, just as the vintage, the early stuff has retained. This will retain. This will not go down in value. This will only go up. So it is 14 inches. It's 7 inches drop without the clasp. 14 inches around with the clasp is another inch. So it's a 15-inch necklace. So it's very well made. Monet is just so awesome. So for me, it hits right here. So it's a loose choker. It's really very pretty, and it's gold. It's gold tone. It's not real gold, but it is bright gold. It actually shows better on my neck. Okay. So that was 18. Thank you for looking. Whoever is here, thank you for being here. Again, I apologize. I'm just it's been a rough week, but I'm doing the best I can. And I don't know when I'm going away, but I am going away for some respite. And when I'm gone for those almost 2 weeks, I might have one sale a week, and I might only have one the whole time. So now would be a good time to speak up if you're interested in anything. If anyone has anything in particular that you're looking for and you're really interested in, please let me know, and then I can pull it up or tell you if I have it or not. Okay, that always helps. Okay, so this, I'm feeling a little calmer already, but I suspect tonight I'm gonna get into some grief, some long repressed grief of when you just keep carrying on and going, and then you just you need to cry. So this is a JJ brooch. It has a little discoloration. It's pewter. I believe this is probably from the 80s. I don't know a lot about JJ. It's a newer to me. But it's in there, it's not uncommon. It's not rare. But isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. Isn't it just gorgeous? And I wear brooches on everything. So, I'll bring him several times, and if he doesn't sell, I'll keep him. He is a nice big pewter brooch, JJ. And I think the 80s, maybe the 90s, not entirely sure, but his face and that pouncing lean body is very much like actual, he reminds me of a mountain lion, although I think he's supposed to be a tiger. Maybe a panther. I'm not sure, but I think tiger. He is 3.5 inches long from his foot to the tip of his tail. So he's a really good size. Hello, Ava Life. Nice to meet you. How are you? So that's the back again with the JJ. You have 2 cats. I have a cat and a dog, and they are very good friends. Even his whiskers are really realistic. He makes me happy. Well, welcome, St. Louis, Ava. I'm in California, so I ship from the San Francisco Bay Area, California, and shipping is not included if you win an item. But like I said to everyone already, I use Pirate Ship to get you the best possible rate. And one of the things I've been noticing on I just shipped out like over 20 boxes. And unfortunately, because it's more complicated in some ways, UPS rates are starting to be cheaper than USPS on a regular basis. And why do I say unfortunately? It's a little more paperwork. It's more of a hassle for me, the person who has to ship items out. Next week is your happy birthday. Well, that's fantastic, Ava. Welcome. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Okay. Is there anything that anyone knows that they're interested in? So, just double checking. This is it's very simple. I'm not sure what it is in terms of the stone. I'm just not. It is silver tone. It is not sterling. But it is stone. So this is going to be a starting bid of 14. So first, I want you to know that it has just one of these very simplistic, more inexpensive bales. It is not fully soldered shut. Okay. They chinched out on the bale. They didn't need to. It is a more modern piece. It's definitely contemporary. Then the edging is this silver tone with the little crimps. And then it is this stone. Reminds me of granite. So I'm going to say that I think it's granite. It's got like kind of a pinks, blacks, grays, a little bit of kind of flecks that are shiny, just a little. It pops out in this rectangular oval. It's not super heavy. Here's the back of the stone. It's highly polished. And like I said, I think it's granite. But I don't know my stones, and it could easily be some other type of stone. But it's not, I only put in a bid of 14 because it's not a high-end mineral. It's not a super high-end stone, but it is really pretty, and it's quite a large piece. I do have the inexpensive, lower quality sterling silver necklaces that I can include with any pendant like this for an additional $8 to $10, depending. I think I only have the $10 chains left. I need to reorder. And I would have to find them. But I only have the $10 ones left. So if you wanted this or you wanted another pendant and you needed a chain, I would include that at my cost. Okay. So you would just have to tell me. Thank you, Ava. It is a little over 1.5 inches long and just a touch over 1 inch wide. Okay. Simple, but really pretty little piece. All right. So I appreciate everyone that's here, even you lurkers. And like I said, I'm going to go through stuff. And it's been a tough day. It's been a tough week. Oh, what's this weather falling sideways like this? I may take it off. I'm in fear of losing it. It's so beautiful. Super vintage antique Tesco, and I'm worried about it. It's sideways. I'm going to take it off. I am going to close the sale at 6 if I don't really have a lot of interest, and that's totally okay. I don't have to sell every single time, and I'm, like I said, very late. And first off, I started half an hour later than usual, and then I was half an hour late starting. So that's my fault that I lost my time slot. And so, if I don't have a lot of interest and nobody's buying, then, we can just call it, and that's okay. That's okay, because I'm, I got my other stuff to deal with. Well, y'all. Okay, let's try this piece. I just got this at the same estate sale, and it's pretty fascinating to me. So this is it's a gypsy necklace from Afghanistan. I had no idea what it was until I got home and was researching it. I had absolutely no idea. I just knew. I was like, that's really interesting. What's going on? I've seen these before a lot in the 70s, but what is that and how much is it? And they told me, and I said, well, okay, let's check it out. So it is not real silver. It is some type of silver metal, but it is not silver. This is Afghanistan tribal gypsy traditional wear. Okay, that's what this is. It is definitely vintage. I've looked it up. The unusual thing about this piece is how thick it is. It's almost like a box that would open up. All the ones that I saw online in my research were just one shallow piece. I didn't find any that were in this box. However, they're all different because they're all handmade. So here's the front of this one. On this one, they chose to put different colored little trade beads as the decoration around the edge and in the middle of the, like what I call infinity sign. And the infinity sign itself is some kind of enameled plastic, or it's not glass. Let me just touch it again. It's hard to tell. No, it's not glass. It's some kind of plastic, but it has a lot of movement and play. There you go. See all the different colorations? And then it has these attachments with the hanging bells. So it reminds me of belly dancing, right? But this is kind of like a amulet or a talisman, if you will, in their culture. This is the original chain. These people were world travelers. So this is the original chain. Again, it's not silver. It's just silver tone, heavily braided. It's a long piece. And let me just be sure. Yes, it does have a clasp. Hold on. It's got these three that the chain goes through. And there was so much beautiful stuff in these people. I think it might have been the woman, but maybe the both partners really liked the beach. There was a lot. I have some shells that I can show you if you're interested. Beautiful ones. There's the clasp. Just simple. I would say this is, like I said, from the 70s. I don't think it's older than that because of the plastic work. And it is very long. So it comes down to all the way to the bottom of the cleavage. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. It's definitely a statement piece. It's unusual. Very, very 70s, very boho, very now, very hippie, all that type of stuff. Why am I? Hold on. My computer decided to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff all at once. There I am. I completely disappeared. I don't know what happened. Sorry. That was very weird on my end. I don't know what it looked like to y'all. So 7, it's really long. 7, I think it was because I put it on my computer. 7, 14. The necklace itself is about 16 inches on each side, so 32 inches. But remember, it goes through the 3 top welded on or, forged on loops. And then the box drop, the talisman part, from the loops to the end of the box is 2 inches. And from the loops down to the bottom of the bells is 4 inches. So that makes a 32-inch necklace, 16-inch drop, plus 4, 20 inches. 20 inches altogether of a drop. This is just a statement piece. This is, each little piece is handmade in Afghanistan. To me, stuff like this is fabulous. It's a piece of art. They're just working with what they have, tin cans, older pieces of jewelry, making something new out of it, and this is what you come up with. And there's dozens of varieties of these. And, I'm all about it. It's art. It's art. Some are better, some are different. It just depends on what you like. And this one just happens to be this really thick but hollow box type. And I was desperately looking if it opened. I was like, does it open? Does it open? Is there something in there? Can I hide things? That would be so cool. But no, it doesn't. It's just crimped together. See that? It's just crude artistry from the 70s. So starting bid of 40, y'all. Starting bid of 40. Okay. Dump, dump, to dump. No one's going to tell me what you're doing tonight. What you're going to do this weekend that I'm jealous about, that I want to go do with you instead of being here. Tell me a story. Okay. Well, I'm not used to pulling out so many different varieties of things. And not having anyone interested. And sometimes, like I just said already, that means it's just not the right day for a sale. So, I mean, we could be there. We could be there. I'm going to show this. I haven't shown this one in a while. And it just happens, you know. It's just off days, off kilter. Sometimes the universe is like, yeah, no, not today. Not today. Okay. This is going to be a starting bid of 17. Let me put that in. Thank you for bearing with me as I mod. Well, why didn't it? Okay. You just typed it. Let's do it again. Thank you, StreamYard. What is it doing? Thank you, StreamYard. 17. It is, I think it's from, okay. I think it's from the 70s, but it also could be the 80s. I do not think at all that it was a repop in the 2000s, you know, all that stuff at Forever 21 and all that. And no, I don't. And it's fabulous. I mean, this is actually, for me, because I love this type of stuff, I put in a low price because this is the type of thing that I covet all day long. So I'll show you this way. And I absolutely know these are all different lucite pieces. So we've got, I'll put it on the black in a minute. We've got your yellow, your red, your green, turn it back around, orange, red, green, and a big drop, you know, made to look like Baltic amber, but of course not. And this one is more of a black green. I'm going to put it on these. This is fabulous. This stuff is fabulous. And see, for me, why? Because high-end costume jewelry and plastic is my jam. Yep. As weird as that sounds, that is what it is. Here is the clasp. It is just a silver tone chain. It's the lucite that's killer. Here is an extender of probably 2 inch. Let me put it on here. This is a beautiful piece to wear. It's got all the great colors to brighten you up and get you through fall and winter. But I don't even really care so much about that as the jewelry itself. I would wear this all the time. And like I always do, I'll bring it a few times. And if no one's interested, I will happily keep it and wear it for a year or more and then bring it back. Now, there you go. I'm going to show you the glow. And then if nobody's interested, we can move away from this. I'm going to try to show you the glow. It's always difficult. So it's always difficult. I might have to do it in my hand. Because it just washes out. Okay, let's try to do it in my hand. It's so hard. This is a very cool piece. I had another couple necklaces like this, and they sold right away when I brought them up. Okay. Do you see how the yellow goes into a green? It's very hard to see. There is just something about, see how the orange went into like a blue? It's very reactive. It's just impossible to show. Here you go. See how it's green? It's impossible to show this very well. For whatever reason, there you go. So all of the pieces do that. With maybe, nope, the red does it too. The red has flecks in it that change color. It's very hard to show. So trust me on this one. Trust me, if you saw it, you saw it. If you didn't, you didn't. And it is just beautiful. If it would behave, I think the reason why it's not behaving is one of the when it got clasped together, one of this isn't all right. So here you go. Do I got it all? Almost. There is that's about 1/2 of the necklace. And that's the bottom. It's really pretty. 17. What is the length? Anyone want to know? I have people dipping in and out a lot. I suspect that my initial reaction of just canceling the sale today was a good reaction. That is what I think. I think the energy on my end, is probably not good. So 7 plus 4. So from the long orange Baltic amber lucite drop to the chain is 11 inches drop. So it's 22 inches with a 2-inch extender altogether. So that means it's probably going to hit me right about somewhere in here. Okay. Really nice piece, y'all. Really nice piece. Show you one last time. It's just all different colors, flakes, really beautiful. Okay. Is there anyone in here that I know that has an interest in some particular item? I could bring up some seashells. Anyone? You guys help me. I need interaction. It's been a long week. Long week. Okay. See, this is a great example of color. This is bright red and it's showing up as orange. That's one of the things I'm going to do when I actually finally get to go home. I am going to do a deep dive into why the colors show up so incredibly wrong on my end, because it's wrong. Okay, so this is a starting bid. I'm going to bring up some shells of 10 for choice. Okay. I'll show you a few and we'll see what happens, y'all. We'll see what happens. Okay. I got to move them over here. I had everything prepared, at least. Not bringing a lot of items, but I had it all prepared. I had everything over there. So that was good. Oh, boy. That's a thing. Okay. And they're all in individual bags because that's what I do and that's how I keep things. So this is the first one, choice for $10. It's a very large size conch shell. And I know these were picked up, God only knows, Greece. I'm making that up, but somewhere, because this was a world traveler's house. It is a big one. Let me show it to you the other way. It is a big one. Shells are very expensive for whatever reason. They are really expensive right now. I have a friend who I haven't seen in a while. Hi, Jameen. How are you? We haven't seen in a while. Who was in the floral business for a long time, and she said that she couldn't get shells for the displays that she was working on, and that the price that I was selling shells at, which was still, not inexpensive, was like half of what florists are being charged. And I was like, are you serious? Like, what? Okay. This is another one. It's smaller, but it's got a lot more color variation. It's absolutely, I love this. Look at that. It's like swirls of caramel and chocolate to me. Look at that. Just gorgeous colors. And this one is, not half the size, but 2/3 the size, and just not as tall. And then there is this one. And Jameen, it's really interesting to me. And then this is just mostly just a creamy white. It seems much older than the others. It's very polished down by just years of being pounded in the waves and rolled along the sea bottom. It's got that pink inside. It's very thick. This is just a much older shell. Mostly white with kind of an orangey pink. On the outside. So your choice, and then it's got that interesting demarcation where the shell was forming. It's very demarcated. That is interesting. You don't usually see that. Yeah, this thing, it was down in the ocean for a while. So that's your third choice. That's your third choice. So if you're interested, you know what to do. You put a bid in the chat. And if you've come in late, I don't do a recap. Thank you, Ava. I don't do a recap. I have smaller shells that are different types of shells. I have a piece of petrified wood, absolutely gorgeous piece of petrified wood. But someone needs to tell me they're interested. I would show it, but I'm not getting a hit that what I'm doing tonight is what people are interested in. So, and I really planned for today to be simple, Okay, what else might I have that I could show you that you would be interested in? I'm not sure, you guys. I'm just not sure. And for any of you who came in late, I'm going home as soon as I can for a respite. I desperately need it. And I will be gone for about almost 2 weeks. And during that time, I might have one sale a week, but I also might only have one the entire 2 weeks. And I haven't decided yet. Jimmy, I'm trying. I love the shells. I love the lucite. The paperweight is really cool. So I don't do a recap. So if you came in late, you need to go to your little wheel setting and put the playback speed at ×2 and go brrr, and then put in the chat, I'm interested in such and such. Has it sold? And I'll let you know. And then, we can go from there. Okay, so this, I think this is the, hold on. I'm writing it on my paper, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Do I even remember correctly what that is? because somehow I'm feeling like I don't. Hold on. Because I have another one that's just vaguely similar. And so I'm like, wait a minute. Is that right or is that wrong? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Last minute things. It happens with me. Not too often anymore, but today certainly would be the day for that. Okay. Today is absolutely the day for something to go wrong if it's going to go wrong. Did you mean I shipped out your box? Okay. So this, I'm going to put in a starting bid. Of 28. And I am going to show you. I promise. Okay, it's very long. It's contemporary. It's beautiful. It is all these different colors, reds, golds, grays, and blues, highly polished pieces of abalone strung with these pretty blue, gold, and white seed beads. I have doubled it at the moment. It is super long. It is stunning. I mean, look at this thing. It is super long. But I want to bring it up here and show you. Look at that. I mean, they these are newer seed beads. They're not old. They're not trade beads. They're not any of that. But whoever made this, I do not know if this is a name brand or not, made the absolute right choice to go with these colors of abalone. And the other cool thing about the abalone is like this one is like this triangular piece, right? Look at that. And then the one below it is just kind of more of a flat, but it does have a bump out in the back. And then up here, it's just more like a whole basic triangle with then kind of almost a rectangle with a stripe in the middle of it, black, natural on the other side. Here is actually like a full little triangle in that piece. They're all different. They're all different and they're all different colors. And it's just, it's yummy would be a word that I would use with this. Yummy. I will put it on my little black mannequin necklace holder and try to show you. $28 for this. It's really good craftsmanship. The abalone is done really well. And that's what drew me to this piece. It's just, man, let's see. You'll see that? Look how long it is doubled. It's beautiful. I love this piece. And, you know, if you want to get into, which, you know, I usually don't care so much about what holiday it is, you know, all that type of stuff. I just care that it's beautiful. There you go. That's a beautiful shot of it. This, you know, is fantastic for autumn. It's got all the oranges in there and the reds. And it's long. I'm going to wager it's like 3 feet. If I can double it like that, there is no clasp. It's just one piece. But yeah, 3 feet sounds right to me. So I'm just going to try to get a measurement while it's doubled. 7, 14 times 2, 28. to 2.5. So it's 2.5 to 3 feet long. Okay. So here it is on against my skin. I'll take the other necklace off in a minute. It too is for sale, but not inexpensively. And then it's long, and I'll show you if I doubled it. All the way down to, yeah, almost the end of my body here. Long. And if I double it, you can do, where is this piece? StreamYard's backward drives me crazy. I can't get it right. Okay. If I double it, I can have one piece there, and the other piece is still all the way down here. Okay. So oh, good. Jameen, you got it already. That was really fast. My goodness. Good. Glad to hear it. Okay. Well, that started at 28. Gorgeous piece. Absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm going to show 2 more items. I'm not getting any hits. I'm not getting any bites. I'll show a couple vintage items of jewelry. And then I think I'm going to call it. Thank you, Eva. It's only an hour. I was going to go 2 hours. But, you know, I know I keep saying this, y'all, and you have to forgive me. It's been a very exhausting emotional week. But when it's been an hour and, you know, you've sold many different variety of items and no one's been interested in any of them, you just kind of need to know, or I do, because this is how I operate my channel. I need to know when to call it and say, no, it's not the right night. You know, this is not the right day for this. And that's okay. And remember that it's on me. I was so late. So, you know, that doesn't help anything. So what about if I showed this? I showed the bug already last time. Ooh. Okay. Try showing this again. Let's see what happens. It's fantastic. I was surprised when I showed it last time, and it did not sell. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you very much. Even it's not, you know, it's not just about making money for me, although this is my only small business at this moment, but it's not. It's about being with all of you and getting to refocus and reframe my mind and delving into my passion and my love and taking myself away from you know, the daily grind. Okay. So you know, that's worth a lot to me. This is a signed Weiss piece. It's obviously a brooch. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. These are green, a light green in the middle and on the edges. Let me see. Do I have a piece of white paper? Well, yes and no. It helps a little, but not a lot. So it's raised up. They're very large. Weiss is known for its quality. It is, I think, about 2 inches around. Look at the sparkle. Man, that's beautiful. This piece, I should be wearing this piece on my shirt right now with the little pig, sterling silver pig. That's look at that. Just gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure if I remember, Patsy's in here. Hey, Patsy, one of my lurker buddies. What's going on? If I remember correctly, does this? Hold on. This has a faint glow in the light blue stones. It's hard to describe, and you won't be able to see it if I show you. It's just, I hate this thing. It's so frustrating. Has a slight glow. Okay, and on the back, the Weiss. Yeah, there is no, now it's a newer piece of Weiss in the sense that it's the 60s, probably 60s, because it has a safety clasp. The pin back does not extend beyond the safety clasp. It is a gorgeous piece. And I see Patsy in at 33. Jameen, maybe. Thank you, honey. It is about 1.5 inches around. So, yes, I brought this recently and nobody was interested. So, I was very surprised. Fair warning, if anyone else is interested, they need to put in 34 or higher. Okay? It's Weiss, not a lot to think about. Last call. Anyone want to get in? Do it now. I can't type. Sold to Patsy. Thank you, Patsy. I appreciate it. It's a beautiful piece. Patsy, I was having major regrets the minute I put it up here and I got to see all that stunning sparkle. And I looked at the shirt I was wearing. I was like, what am I doing? I need to be hanging on to this one. But Patsy, it's in good hands with Patsy. Thank you. So, Patsy, your box went out. And this is the beginning of my 2-week build a box. Patsy. Oh, Jameen, plastics, coppers, and just high-end costume, really. Not so much stones. I love plastics. What about you, Jameen? What about you? And again, I am going home as soon as my dad is released from the hospital and I see that he's stable for one day. And I will have 1, maybe 2 sales, and I will not be invoicing nor shipping till I come back. So this is going to count into that 2 weeks. It's going to be a little bit long. All right. Just so everyone knows, if you needed a piece now, you don't want to wait, email me tonight and tell me, and I will take it with me home and mail it from Mendocino County. The shipping will not be different. And if it is, it might be a couple cents. It's not a big thing. Okay, this piece, I'm going to take it off my neck, y'all. And it is starting at $65. This is this came from the pawn jewelry. Pawn jewelry. What does that mean, Jameen? Vintage costume. What is pawn? Is that what pawn means, Jameen? I literally have no idea. So this, I don't even know what this is, but I know it's incredible. This is this incredible. Let me try to show you one. There you go. Green, almost like jade, with pink in it. You see that? With red jasper in between and silver tone beads, but not silver. It is, look at the swirl. Do you see that? Anyone know? Zuni. Oh, yeah, Jimmy. Okay, well, I love that too. I used to have that kind of stuff in the 70s when it was easy to get. I don't have any of it left, with the exception of one bracelet, and man, I wish I did. It is stunning. So do you see this? I knew what this stone is. It's a very expensive stone, but the word of what it is has gone out of my head. These are square, rounded, polished, nice and thick, very juicy. It's just stunning. Look at this pink. It's like a coral pink. I want to say watermelon, but it can't be watermelon. And some of this jasper has the black running through it. Here is the end chain, nicely constructed. Here's the drop, if it would stop zipping back and forth. It's a kind of like a tiny little heart drop. I mean, it is. It's in the shape of a heart. And here is the clasp. And hold on, because if I remember correctly, the reason why this starts so expensive is I actually did research this online, and I found similar necklaces, and these go for 2 to 3 times as much as I'm asking. 2 to 3 times as much. And I was like, what? Get the heck out of here. So there's a reason I don't arbitrarily put up prices. I mean, sometimes I do, it can be arbitrary, but most pieces I research and I pay attention to what it is. And I was really curious about this piece. Oh, good Lord. It's so hard to see in my loop. One day I'll figure it out better and I'll let you all know. It's so small, the writing. And I don't want to waste all your time on it. This is show and tell, I know, but there it is. Oh, good Lord. My eyes. It's so hard to get this right in the loop. Let me try it with my magnifier. It's so hard. Using these loops, it's a jeweler's loop. It's really high end, and getting the teeny tiny little writing, it's hard. It's really hard. But it is signed, the clasp. There is a maker. But for the life of me, and it doesn't say something like, India, which many of these clasps will say India. It's a higher end maker. If I'm going to hold it up. Yeah, I can't get it. It's right there and I can't get it. I'm so sorry, y'all. I knew it. So what I'm going to, I knew it before. That's why it's so expensive. So I'm going to let you, I'm going to hold this up like this. I'm going to move away. Take a screen. Let me get this right in the frame correctly. Hold on. Gosh, StreamYard drives me nuts. Take a screenshot and look it up. And then get back to me. You will find it's very expensive. Whatever this stone is, and the company that made it is very expensive. Okay. So where did I put? I just had the bag for this piece. Susan Jackson, hello. Is it a B? No, it's a word. I really wish I remember. But if you go look if you just take a picture of this, and you just look up that much, you will find these, and you will find, I mean, they're like $250. I don't know. I just can't remember. Hi, Susan Jackson. And I didn't get this from a reseller. I got it from the World Travelers estate sale. Sometimes I buy things from resellers and resell it, Jameen. Everyone does. But nope. This came from the World Travelers estate sale that I wasn't going to stop at. I was like, oh, I don't need to do that. I'm so busy. I just, I've already got stuff. Don't let me waste my time. And then I was like, nope, don't listen to that. Go. And I did. So, okay, I don't see any interest in that. How about a pair of clip-on Renoir earrings? How about that, y'all? Starting bid, $20. Starting bid of $20. Copper. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Jameen. I don't have a problem with you asking. I don't. I mean, we all pick up stuff if we're resellers from each other, and we hang out with it, and we love it, and we wear it, and then we get to share it with our friends. And that's like the circle of friends. And that's how it should be, that everyone gets some enjoyment one way or another from it, right? So these are Renoir in style because there is no Mark Renoir, and I'm pretty much astonished by that because they are screaming Renoir. They are, hold on, is that something? There might be a signature inside the clip, but I don't think so. So let me just show you these earrings. Good Lord. Why is my, okay, hold on, y'all. There you go. That helps. Let's hope. Coming at you. So these are copper, and look how they're, okay. Are these showing up silver to you all? Because they sure are to me. They are not showing up copper. They're showing up silver colored. And they are 100% copper in color. I mean, dark copper in a triple kind of oval swirl. Yes, they are copper. They are copper. I have no idea. See here, look, they're copper. See on my shirt? They're copper. This is a sterling silver pig. This is a copper earring. Copper. See? Copper. Copper is one of my favorites, Janine. If I didn't say that, they are. They are copper. They are gorgeous. I do not know why they're so washed out. Here's the back. The shape of them is really interesting. Here's the back clip-on. And I talk about this a lot. Yeah. You can wear these. There you go. As shirt clips. Now, this is upside down. But, there it is. Screaming copper. There's no, these are from the early 50s. There is no, possibly late 30s, but probably early 50s. There is no patina, nothing on them. They are this lovely 3 large pieces in a off-sized oval, short on one side and then down longer, almost like infinity, but it stopped. And they start at 20. Just so weird. Well, I'm away. That's the one thing I can do. if I don't have live sales, I can do a deep dive into what the heck is going on with my colors. See, look, the minute I come over here, the color just goes away. Well, you saw, you all saw $20. They are an incredible style. I'm trying to get it. There you go. And they're big. They're big. They are. Yep, they do. They are 1.5 inches long and 3/4 of an inch wide. So they're big size. $20. There, they look copper now. What's up with that? I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. All righty then. Oh, good Lord. Jameen, do you have a big collection of Native American or pawn jewelry? Just curious. Just curious. I don't have, I throw in what I throw in to my bag. I do not have more Weiss pins or, I bring what I bring. I have what I have. And I'm, and they're hard to come by. They're not hard, but for resellers, picking them up at a reasonable price is not easy. So this set, this is a tough one. Starts at 54, starting bid 54. And I think this might be the last piece of the night. This is a tough one in terms of how to price it. It is a set. So, and it is high quality Austrian crystals. It is vintage. I do not have the necklace. So here we are. It is glass. It's pastels, so I would go with 80s. This is the ring. Pinks, blues, kind of turquoise, a little bit of orangey with that center stacked up really high. This is the ring, gold tone. It is small. It is beautiful. It is small. I believe this is electroplated gold, and the metal underneath, if you wanted to have this stretched, there's enough room back there that you could. Let me give you the size. There's also a bracelet. Let me give you the size of this ring. 5.5. It's tiny. 5.5. And then the bracelet says right here. Oh, good Lord. It's on the other side. Here you go. It's upside down. Australian crystal. And then what else? Australian crystal. USA. So made in the USA with Australian crystals. And here's the matching bracelet. Now, I have tried to sell, I think I sold one, imitations of this that are plastic in the middle. And I have to tell you, I love the plastic just as much as I love this because I like plastic. Really nice settings, really beautiful. It is a smaller bracelet. Here's the clasp. These are like 80s and 90s. Just kind of your like little lobster clasp, if you will. And it is 7 inches. So it's a lady's small, which means it fits my wrist snugly, just like that. Really pretty. Think about it. Yes, Austrian crystal. That's exactly right. So here's the bracelet and the ring together. It's a really nice set. It's just small. Okay. Okay, y'all. Well, unless I'm so glad everyone's here. I mean, I do appreciate it, but I do appreciate it. Does anyone have a request? I'm going to show a last item that's just kind of like, and then I'm going to close because it's just not the right evening. I'm on too late. I showed up late. It's not the right evening to be selling. It's just not. And that is, like I have said a bazillion times, perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not interested in showing that here. I'm just, you know, I don't know. I have a Monet pin from the 80s, starting at 35. It's a beautiful piece, but you know, it's in a bag. It's about 2.5 inches around. It's glass stones. Thank you, Susan. But it's okay. It's not the night. It's not the night. I've been on an hour and a half. I was late. I was very late. I'm sorry. It's been a tough week. And I sold one thing. So I can't. I was always planning to have a short sale tonight. So I'm gonna stick with that. Here was the paperweight from Scotland, Caithness Tango line. It's stunning. I rarely find paperweights, so this was a big deal for me. It's a nice one. And it's signed. In addition to the Caithness, it's signed. And then lastly, oh, it's okay, Susan. It's been, my dad's been in the hospital all week, and I was going to go home Tuesday, and then I was going to go home Friday, and then I was going to go home tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going home. And today was just very emotional for many levels, for many reasons. And I almost didn't come on at all, but then I was like, well, I'm going to. So the last thing I'm showing tonight, household item. And it is an upside down StreamYard. You always do this to me. Schaefer's. No, excuse me. Schraff's, Boston, Massachusetts, 1 pound net weight. It's Chrafts. Schrafts. So this is an antique brass candy tin. Held a pound of candy. It is incredible on the front. This starts at $40. Do you see what's going on there? You got your Victorian lady or earlier, for sure, being carried by her two men in her, carriage with her fan. And there's the footman about to open the door and let her out. This is stunning. These go for a lot of money, starting at $40. It is in pristine condition. These are almost rare. And the condition that this one is in, I saw a few online. The condition that this one is in is pristine. There are others online. They are not in good condition. You have to push this down and it pushes in to pop it open. And this is from the early 1900s. There is the slightest bit of discoloration right there. And it's actually just patina. Little bit of scratching wear on the bottom. That right there is just where the brass was polished by someone, and it's got a rainbow of colors. So I'm not quite sure what that's about, but it's pretty interesting. Someone polished it, and then there's like a rainbow, like an oil slick, but it's solid brass. So I've never seen that before. I don't know what's going on with it. It is big. It is gorgeous. It is 2 inches tall by, good Lord, about 8 inches long. It's a big one. It's a big one. So that started at 40. It's amazing. Look at the back hinge. For this being 100 years old, it's in mint condition. It's 100 years old. Unreal. Okay. Well, y'all, I'll give you a minute to put in something that I showed that you're interested in, or, if you did your research on the this necklace that I started at 65 and you're interested, holler at me. Or anything else that I've shown that you're interested in. I showed a plethora of items. Plethora. Very diverse as well. Household, seashells, contemporary, vintage jewelry. I did a good job considering how stressed out I am. Good for you. Okay. So, hi, Carol. I didn't even notice you come in. How rude. Hello, Carol. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I didn't even say hello. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, y'all. Big breath. The next time I see you, let's all pray that I will be at my homestead in Mendocino. And that would be next Wednesday. Miss Karen Chasing Vintage and I should be having our Wednesday Vintage Vendors Sale. It is at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern time. That Friday, I will not be having a jewelry sale. So Wednesday will be all jewelry for me. I think Karen might bring some glass this time. And then if I do another sale the following week, it will be on Friday, and it will be a Fast and Furious, mostly vintage jewelry on Friday. Okay? Okay. Love you all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for coming. If you could give me a thumbs up, if you could share me out so people could rewatch, that would be fantastic. Have a wonderful night, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye. Thank